how to hang a shelf, a floating shelf. Here's all you need: some pretty basic products, plasterboard fixings, screwdriver and a spirit level to cut this open. That's the shelf we're using. This is about 60 centimetres long. Cut that open. Instructions, bin them, don't need them. Bracket, this is what we're going to be using to make our shelf float. They're the fixings. These holes, get those facing down to the ground. You will be kicking yourself if you fix it and you put them facing upwards. Use a level to level it off, like I just did. Mark those holes with a pen or pencil, and bonus points if you can hold the bracket as awkwardly as possible. I tend to. Here's the fixings we're using. I've already made a video on this, so check those out on how to use those. Get your screwdriver, put the raw plug on the end of it and just screw straight in. Now for this, I'm not going to be using every single hole that I've marked. I find with plasterboard, if you're using these types of fixings, if you put them too close to one another, you can actually almost weaken the plasterboard because the distance isn't very big. So that's me pointing out the holes that I didn't use. So get your bracket, get you the second half of your fixings, which is the screw. Pop those through. I just did that for the ASMR. Get that middle one, screw that up, not too tight, just enough that it stays in place, and start putting in the other screws. I'm not going too crazy as I'm doing these up. I don't want to over tighten them and mess up the internal threading, and I want to make sure that the bracket is in the right place. So then I'm just going to go over once they're all in and just give them a final nip up. Spirit level on top. This is a professional technique I learnt in college. Give that a tap with your knife. Look at that, nearly level, but you will see that it doesn't really matter because it comes out fine. This is why I was saying at the beginning of the video, you need the holes in the bracket to face down, because the holes on the shelf are underneath, and using those smaller screws that I held onto, we're just going to put these through the holes in the shelf and it should fix onto the holes in the bracket, and then just tighten them up. And as you can see, the shelf is perfectly level. There was no trickery here. And I even went the extra mile to show you that you could hang a 10 kg bag of sand on there. Wouldn't recommend it, but it can take a lot. But these are great for displaying smaller sort of items, books, Lego, pictures, even just putting things like jewellery on, you name it. They're super easy to fit. Once you can do them, you'll be putting them up over in your house. Can't recommend it enough learning how to do one. And that's all I've got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed, and check out the website for all the products in the video.